Um, am I going to talk about Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively versus Baldoni? I don't know. Maybe. Like, what is there to really say? It is right now. It's almost like I don't know. Is it as interesting to people as like the Amber Heard, Johnny Depp stuff? Is it that interesting? To me, it almost feels like. So here's what I said to E-Man when he and I were talking about it. We were like, "Yo, what do you think about?" Me, him, we're talking. We were like, "Yo, what do you think about this?" So, he's saying, Nicepool, the character Nicepool. For those of you who don't know what Nicepool looked like, it was a variant of Deadpool that appeared in the Deadpool and Wolverine movie with like long flowy hair and super nice guy, and he didn't have a healing factor, which was the weirdest part. He couldn't heal. And they're saying like, yo, this was a rip on Baldoni, and they're like, yo, I think that Ryan Reynolds is spoofing this guy and is kind of like, making fun of him in the film, which I thought was, legal, the free speech, whatever. Can you prove that it's him, or is it just commonalities and similarities? It doesn't matter. Plausible deniability. So, Nicepool might be Justin Baldoni, and these people are all beefing over this movie that Justin made with Blake Lively. I'm like surface level care, right? Like, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what I told E-Man. I would not be surprised if it was true. Like, this feels like, based off of the characteristics of Ryan Reynolds that we've seen over the years, all the types of films he makes, his crude humor, the way he writes stuff, this kind of seems right up his alley, right? This sounds like something he would do. I wouldn't be surprised if it were true. I'm not saying I know for a fact it's true. I'm not saying it is or any of that stuff. I'm just saying, based off of the character that Ryan Reynolds has presented to the public for years, whether in his Mint Mobile commercials, his little skits with Hugh Jackman or the rest of the X-Men cast, he seems like that type of guy that just pokes fun at things in a weird way. So if it is true, I would not be surprised. So I'm just curious, more like from a Jerry Springer standpoint. I'm like just watching the stuff unfold, eating my popcorn. I'm like, but I'm not at all invested in it, right? I can't tell you the last time I've seen a Blake Lively movie. I can't tell you the last time I've heard of Justin Baldoni prior to this. And Ryan Reynolds movies, I watch maybe one out of every three, right? So I'm not that invested. I'm not that invested. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. So I don't know. Maybe I'll talk more about it. I don't know. Is there really a strong desire from people? Let me see if you guys are talking about it in the comments. I don't even know who Blake Lively or Baldoni are. So they have this movie. It's on Netflix now. What is the name of this movie? I don't even remember the name of the movie. It Ends With Us. It Ends With Us. There's this movie. It came out maybe around like a week after Deadpool and Wolverine. It did pretty good in theaters, but these two just really didn't get along in the making of it. They didn't get along after it. It's just wild stuff going on between these two. So I don't know. And and again, this is not a slight on the movie. It's just these stars don't really catch my attention all the time. Nothing is specific about them. There's so many movies that just don't always resonate with me personally. It just didn't really catch my attention. Maybe it's the romantic comedy stuff. Like, I'm not always watching those consistently. What else we got? I love that the theory is simple, not complicated. I appreciate that, Steed. Appreciate that. Love a black cowboy. It was a great theory. Hey, thank you. The weird have proven they do not think too deep. The writers have proven they don't think too deeply. Yeah, they don't. They aren't actors. Oh, they aren't actors, but they're in the movie? What are they doing then? Are they writers? Look, oh man, now you got to spill the tea. It's a documentary. Okay, 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 okay. All right. That clears up a lot. But it's gonna be good. All right, I'm down to watch a good, decent documentary. I usually give myself like 3 or 4 of those a year. This might be it. I need one for this quarter. It's way more interesting than Amber Heard. Way, way, way more. Read all the legal documents from all the currently disclosed information. Baldoni is going to get paid big money. I heard Disney got dragged into it somehow, and I'm like, word, word. Like they conspired. But again, is it really illegal to satire someone? If that was the case, SNL would have been shut down. Saturday Night Live, for those who don't know, the Saturday Night Live TV series would have been shut down years ago if it was a crime to do a skit on someone, right? Like, what's the criminality? Is it what's the civil penalty? Like, what? I don't understand. I don't speak this legalese that to help me understand what is going on with these two. I'm learning to talk with my hands more. Let's see what else we got. Even though From is not a logical show, but your theory was so good. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I can't wait to see how close you are to cracking the code. I think I'm pretty close. I personally think I'm pretty close, but I am biased a little bit. The missus tries to talk to me about this. I zone out or leave the room. It ends with us, right? It's on Netflix. It's right there to watch. So this technically could be a really good movie. I think it was like people enjoyed it. Let me look. 2 hours, 10 minutes. Already watched. Who the hell put that there? Oh, I had to choose. Okay. 74% of users like this movie. And this is the metric I usually go by. I usually trust this more than the IMDb and the Rotten Tomatoes. I go based off of what actual audiences thought about it. So it's got 74%. I don't know. Maybe it's good. What else we got up in here? Linda Moulton Howe and Richard Dolan, only ones that might be interviewed that I know. Oh, and Alexis Brooks. Oh, we're talking about the documentary. Okay. Anytime super rich people are whining about something, I tune out. I usually do, except for when it gets hyper interesting. Like when Amber Heard was like, she was like, that was my dog's poop on the pillow of the bed. That wasn't human fecal matter. And he was like, the fecal matter that came out was twice the size of the dog. Right? Your dog was a purse dog. What came out was bigger than your dog. We don't think it came from like that kind of stuff. Like I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. Just shocking to learn Blake Lively is a mean girl, right? Surprise. The mean girl married the who's now probably a prom king type dude, and they do things, but that's a stereotype. I really don't know what these people are like in real life, so I have no idea. But again, I would not be surprised. I just want to make sure I'm clear about that. What is going on here? What is going on here? I'm sorry, I got a heads up that something just popped off. And